What's going on, guys? This is your boy Marcus Washington. You're on the Mark, where we talk everything Falcons football. And Lord, if I did drink, I would be drinking something heavily strong right now, like gasoline, bro. Woosah. Laddie had one job. Yeah, one job. I mean, if you wanted to make the playoffs, you had one job. Boy, this was pure domination by the Chicago Bears from top to bottom. You know, the bad part is when Koo missed that first field goal, I kind of figured it was going to go this way. But Jesus, the Bears beat us in every single category, fam. Every single category. You mean to tell me Justin Fields made the getaway clean with no interceptions? He only threw one touchdown. Made the getaway clean, no interceptions. We had 4. Taylor Heineke looked fucking awful today. Bro, he only completed 10 passes. The man, bruh. Atlanta, your first 2 moves is firing Arthur Smith. That's number 1. Firing Arthur Smith. Number 2 is finding the goddamn quarterback. Heineke played so bad today, bruh. I wouldn't care if they wiped him off the board as far as a backup next year. And then they brought in Desmond Ritter was 3 for 4. And out of those 4 passes, this man managed to throw a pick. Bruh. Man, my God, listen. At this point, man, I this team is cheeks. And the bad part about it is this team is cheeks, and they got the pieces to be a good team. Defense, awful. It's like this team just laid down today. Defense looked awful. Now, some of those touchdowns, again, they were based off of turnovers. It's on the other side of the fucking field. But, bruh, y'all let DJ Moore walk y'all down like that the whole game? AJ, clock out. Clock out for the remainder of the season. Clock out. The game against the Saints, I expect my Falcons team to come out there like FSU. Some of y'all just need to opt out of playing the last game. Arthur Smith has lost his locker room. If he hadn't already lost it, oh, bruh, nobody has faith in this guy. 17 points. It's where we seem to be stuck on right now. One came off of a screen to Tyler Algier, which was a hell of a run. And then another one came off of Taylor Heineke. And a field goal. That's all she wrote. Bruh, they're not gonna fire this guy until after the season, but Smith need to be gone. He need to be gone, bruh. This is the second time we've played in inclement weather where these guys weren't ready to play. Y'all remember in Carolina? Wasn't ready to play in Carolina. Bro, just clock out. They're eliminated from the play. Clock out. Matter of fact, I want to see the backups play next week. Put in Woodside. Bam, it can't hurt at this point. It can't hurt at this point. Taylor Heineke is probably injured. Probably ain't gonna play next week. Dude, don't you dare put Ritter in. Don't you dare. You better put in Woodside. This game was awful. This is the worst thing they done put on film all year. Offense and defense. I'm tired of seeing this product roll out here every week like this. And it's like, you got a high chance of losing based on the fact of how they played all year. It's just the way they lose, man. No grit, no tenacity, no dog. Nothing. Nothing to where you be like, you know what, that was a tough loss, man, but my boys went out on their shield. The defense, for the most part, you can say that they just got crushed today. They got crushed today. But the offense ain't never went out on their shield, bruh. This is the same Tecmo Bowl offense we've dealt with all year with poor quarterback play. I just don't see how you can explain Arthur Smith getting another year. Fam, if we beat the Saints, y'all know that's only one game better than last year. Let this sink in for a second. No Bijan. No top 10 defense. And you won. And this is if they win. They got a shot to lose against the Saints next week. I'm looking at the upside if they win. They could easily lose that game, bruh. So if you lose, it makes it even, bruh, it makes it even worse. And this is what I don't respect about Arthur Blank. Arthur Smith should be fired right now. Don't wait till Black Monday. Make a fucking statement that this is unacceptable. And listen, fam, there are some teams that really don't deserve the loyalty that their fan base gives them. We're one of them. What has Atlanta done for us to bestow so much loyalty to this team? They've really done nothing. Since 2017, my God. But we still sit in the trenches behind this team about logo business. And family, I don't even think this organization is about logo business. I'm just going to keep it a buck. If they were, Rich McKay would not be here. Rich McKay has been kidnapping checks for over a decade now. Easily. Art ain't moving like he want to see a championship before he hit the dirt. He ain't moving. He ain't moving in the way that, hey, listen, I got the best part of my life behind me now. I'm trying to go after glory. I need me a chip before I tap up out of here. He ain't moving like that. We'll evaluate how things go in the last couple of weeks. And man, listen, just tell the man, the guy, his job ain't safe. I know you got to be professional, but let's keep it 1,000. Wow. His job ain't safe. I'm highly disappointed in what I've seen from this team. Highly disappointed. I didn't expect this coming from the team. They're talking about a mixed bag. This ain't no mixed bag. Bro, this team trash. On offense, they are the worst offense I have seen come out of the Falcons. Fam, we talking, you'd have to go back to the year in between Mike Vick and Matt Ryan. And I'd argue at least they had a little more spunk to them. This offense is dead. And here we are, as Falcons fans, having civil wars with each other. But really, who we need to start pointing these guns towards is the fucking organization. I don't care what side of the fan base you're on. We're not out here calling these plays. We're not out here game planning for these games. They are. They're hiring underqualified people to take charge of this team. And the person that's taking charge of said team is then putting in underqualified talent at the quarterback position. And it's killing us. And this is how it's easily explained. You put Patrick Mahomes with all these weapons, winning record. Josh Allen, winning record. Joe Burrow, winning record. Tua, winning record. Brock Purdy, probably a win. That's how sad this is. Well, I don't want to say Brock Purdy. Let me take that back. He's got a better offensive coordinator. But bruh, I know Falcons fans are tired of this, man. How much do you have to endure? People already clocked out a month ago on you. Diehard Falcons fans. Jerseys put up in the house. Car. Falcons paraphernalia all on it. License plate. Flag. They done clocked out, bruh. As an organization, you gotta have more pride. Instead of being a punchline year after year after year after year. Oh, you know, the Falcons being the Falcons. That's expected from us now. You got one job to do, and you can't do it. In this family, this is not new news. Y'all remember last year where we had one job, failed to do it. Multiple weeks, knocked out of the playoffs. This year, same shit. So, I'm going to tell y'all personally, for me, and I'm going to make a declaration right now. If Arthur Smith does not lose his job by the end of the year, y'all won't be hearing from your boy till he get fired. Because if the organization don't care about how this team is run, why the fuck should I put any emotional, mental, or physical stock into this? I'm being 100. You have to fire this guy based on culture. I don't care if you got a real good relationship with his daddy and that you do business with it. Fuck all that shit. Blank, McKay, Fontenot. Y'all serious about this organization and y'all serious about wanting to actually win games? First order of business come Monday after the season's over with. Fire this motherfucker. First order of business. Arthur Smith he's done nothing to earn another year, fam. Nothing. 7-9, 7-9. Oh, it was 7-9, 7-10, and possibly another 7-10 record. Really? And y'all gonna look that dead in the face and say, you know what? He's just a quarterback shy. It's more than just the quarterback play, bruh. It's the play calling. It's having these guys ready to play ball. These guys don't believe in this offense. It shows. Guys giving up on routes. You think that's just simply because they're not good players? They do not believe in this offense. Bro, let me show you how dominating this game was. Hold on, where's my damn? Let me show y'all how dominating this was, bro. This is fucking pathetic. We had 307 total yards. They had 432. We had 173 passing yards. They had 240. We had 134 rushing yards. They had 192. They almost ran 200 yards, bro. 200 yards per play, 5.2. There's 6. First downs, they had 22. We had 15. A third down efficiency, we were 4 of 13. They were 6 of 16. Fourth down efficiency, they were 1 of 2. We were 0 for 1. Bro, we had 59 total plays to their 72. Sacks allowed, we allowed 2. They allowed 3. We punted the ball one less time than they did. We had less penalties. Fumbles lost, 0. Interceptions thrown, 4-0. Time of possession, we held the ball 22 minutes, fam. They held the ball 37 fucking minutes. So for people that always want to say that, you know, the defense ain't doing their job and all this, and now the defense was pure trash today. But bro, look at how long they on the field. 37 fucking minutes. 37 minutes. Bam, how many minutes are there to a quarter? That defense was out there for a whole half of football, fam. A whole half of football. The offense really was out there in as far as time of possession, bruh, less than a quarter and a half. I'm tired. We've all said this. I'm ready for the season to be over with. I'm ready for it to be over with, fam. Now, walking into this game, I know people were optimistic about the playoffs. I wasn't. But it's just, you cannot keep putting this product out there on the field. You just can't. It's not good to watch. It's not even fun to watch no more. Fam, I'm watching the third quarter cleaning out my fish tank. But anyway, let me get to some of these comments, man. Let me start out from the top. Y'all in here heavy, man. Caleb says most Falcon thing to do to lose to a 6-win Bears team when all you had to do was win to keep your playoff hopes alive. Yep. But we hustle backwards. Dirty Bird, what's going on? He says all those content creators kneeling because Arthur Smith won last week. Glad he came through for y'all. Salute. What's going on, Ray? What's happening? My usuals. What's going on, G? Ray says, man, you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Hey, man. Hey, I ain't even laughing at this point. I'm just, man, there were points of the game where my eyes was rolling in the back of my head, bro. You could have put me in an extra in a horror movie. It was just that bad. Vaughn just put up the laughing emojis, man. Carlo says Smith coached like he was taking a dive. No way you don't have your energy up after last week, especially if you're trying to make a push. Hey, man, let me say something. Fam. Y'all remember when we built that stadium? And there was this thing going around about how the first year we played in it, people were talking about Atlanta was going to be cursed because of how they got that site, building over the church, et cetera, et cetera. Now, when you look at this team looks snake bitten, bro. Now, I'm not going to go that far off the ledge, but damn, I mean, it kind of gives that theory some credibility. We ain't been the same. We ain't been the same since we moved into Mercedes-Benz, fam. But I got the remedy. The remedy is this. You fire your head coach. You get a fucking quality head coach in here. You get a competent offensive coordinator. He don't have to be all world. Just competent. We don't have a competent offensive coordinator right now. We have a guy that's ordering burgers and fries on that play sheet. Let me get a McGriddle 6, hash browns on right, Frappuccino, Wygo. That's it. And fam, I can't emphasize this enough. Y'all first move better be quarterback. That's y'all first move on any side better be quarterback. That's where you're struggling right now. Your offensive play calling and your quarterback. Right there. Those are the two most important fucking positions on offense. That's why this offense, 17 points, 16 points, 10 points, 7 points. That's why they're struggling. Raymond says your head coach dropped the joystick controller. Hey, family, this is a real story. So now they blacked out the rest of the game because they showed the Chiefs or whatnot. But real shit. My TV, after Taylor Heineke threw that pick, my TV said, "Do you still want to continue watching?" Bruh, my TV pulled a Madden on me. I mean, as soon as he threw the pick, that screen came across. You can still see the game a little bit in the background, but that screen came across. Do you still want to continue to watch? My TV is getting tired of watching this team at this point. I'm putting my TV through this trauma. So it's like, Diddy said this shit comical. CP says, "Dear God, just abysmal. Except for Campbell, Tyler, and a couple other guys. I don't think the Falcons even wanted to leave Hartsfield." I'm telling you, family, I am telling you, if they give this man another shot, the majority of the fan base gonna clock out. There ain't gonna really be no expectations going into next year. Outside of what week does this man get fired? Because remember, he did this with Dan Quinn too. Dan Quinn should have been fired in year 4. But they stuck with him for another year because he gave up the defense. And then at the beginning of the season, he was like, "No, I'm calling the defense again." We went 0 for 5, and they got that man up out of here. And at 0 and 5, fam, you're technically out of the playoffs already. But I'm telling you, it wouldn't surprise me if we found out 5-10 years down the road when some of these defensive players have podcasts and shit that they clocked out during this game. Wouldn't surprise me because they looked awful today. Couple of missed tackles on Justin Fields. Can't really put that on the I mean, Justin Fields does this. This is what he does. He gets out of these type of plays and then he turns them into positive plays. So even though I saw those plays and just shook my head, a lot of that is the other person, man. Justin Fields has done this a couple of times to other players. For other teams. So it is what it is. And, now Chicago's got an interesting situation because do you still move off of Justin Fields? I mean, he was 20 or 32 for 268 yards, 1 touchdown. So it wasn't like he completely set the world on fire. He had 45 yards rushing. So it wasn't like the boy threw for 5 touchdowns and 470 yards. But that's what I mean by consistency. You don't have to really do a whole lot. But we'll see, man. I'm at a point. I'm ready for this. Hey, man, what I'm gonna do tonight, while y'all out there celebrating, bringing in the new year, getting drunk, toe to hell down, on that yak, on that hen dog, I'm gonna be in the house, building. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go to Home Depot. I'm gonna get the tools that I need to build a time machine. And I'll work on it all night. When I get finished, I'm going to fast forward to next Monday morning. I'm bypassing Sunday. I don't even want to watch the game. I don't even want to watch the game next week, bro. I'm going straight to next Monday. And Arthur Smith better be fired. So I'll probably be back Tuesday. I can tell y'all for sure whether he got fired or not. But bro, this can't happen next year. This can't. Fam, I know lifelong Falcons. I'm talking die hard, bird tatted on them. To show you it's real. You know that ain't no play pretend when you get the logo tatted on you, baby. That's till death do us. Clocked out. Clocked out. Going to the home games religiously for decades. Bro, I can't support it right now. Then clocked out. This how bad this has gotten. And if Arthur Blank chooses to keep Arthur Smith, he's no better than Arthur Smith keeping Desmond Ridder in the game for as long as he did. It's the same shit. And if that's the case, man ain't striving for greatness. Arthur Blank don't care about that. He care about bankroll. There's no way you can look at this and say, you know what, with a good quarterback, he might be a good coach. No! The man can't even develop quarterbacks. So now what? Where we at now? What you going? Blank, the ball is in your court. I'm telling you what I know. If you do not want that stadium that you just purchased to look like Carolina, then you better do the right thing. Arthur Smith hasn't done enough to earn another year, fam. That's just the facts. We haven't had double-digit wins since he got here. At least the previous head coaches that you had, at least they can look and say, hey, we had 2 years minimum of double-digit wins. Imagine that. Dan Quinn, whose last year he was absolute cheeks, has 2 of those seasons where he had double-digit dubs. Mike Smith has 2 of those years where he had double-digit dubs. This guy's been here 3 years and can't get past the 8-game threshold. Can't blame it on talent no more. Can't blame it on salary no more. Can't blame it on having a bum-ass defense no more. Can't blame it on not having offensive weapons no more. Can't blame it on having a tough schedule. Jeff says, I've been a Falcons fan since 1982 when I was 10 years old. This is unbearable. Same script, different game. I think, man, honestly, many people have said that the offense, the thing that's got people so baffled about the offense is you look at the offense, it's not hard to change. It's not hard to fix. It's a very easy fix. It's just this guy is terrible. You got playmakers, don't use them. You stood behind a quarterback that completely cost you your job. Got legs, don't use them. Got brains, don't use those two on the field. And then when it mattered the most, your backup gave you one of his worst performances of his career. But that should tell you how bad Ritter is gotten. Ritter threw 4 passes and one of them was a pick. Now, it took Heineke. How many times did Heineke throw this ball, man? Heineke threw the ball 29 times. 10 to 20. It's just abysmal, man. It's awful. This is an awful game from Taylor Heineke. Awful. Absolutely awful. Yeah, man. Cordell Patterson. Was Cordell Patterson even active today? Let me see if CP was hurt. They don't even have this man on here. All right. Yeah, and Cordell's probably a scratch next year. I don't see them bringing him back. He was a non-factor all year. Oh, he was out there for the last kicker. Wow. Underutilization of his playmakers. Nathan says, let me get up here real quick. Nathan says, also notice every time they say he might be safe, we lose ugly. So now Blank need to quit playing around with this. Yeah. What's going on, Perry? Perry says, I'm 40 years in this Falcons logo game. 3 years of futility. It's insane to accept this level of failure. I agree 100%. 100%. This is starting to get to the fans now. And I think at least with the Matt Ryan era, we were losing. We had 4-win seasons. Those last and they were ugly. But we knew we were reaching the end of Matt Ryan's tenure as a quarterback. But there was some level of fight on offense. There was some level of fight, fam. And there's no level of fight on this offense. None. Just none. Eldrick says Carl Dukes is on the Hawks broadcast today, and you can see on his face he's done with the Falcons. Hey, man, you know when they had Arthur Smith coming in there every Wednesday. So Art, tell us what's going to happen with the game this Sunday. You got the guys hyped up? Well, yeah, we a couple things we worked on. Work on the fundamentals. work on the basics, and we try to play a good cohesive football game. Now these boys calling for his job. There's no way. There's no way you keep Arthur Smith in Atlanta. It just can't happen. When you spend that much on defense and you have a top 10 defense, for this team to have failed the way that they have failed is absolutely grotesque. It's grotesque. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find us a head coach that can come in here and do the job the correct way. If not, things are not going to change in Atlanta. And that's a big problem. Because you see, the talent is there. The talent is there. It's all around you. You have Bijan. You have Kyle Pitts. You got a litany of playmakers on both sides of the ball. There's no way that this team should be at 7 wins right now, and I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and gosh darn tired of it. We need a change. We need a change in Atlanta, and it starts at the top. Now, who we get as a head coach, I don't know. I have no idea. But what I do know is Arthur Smith has lost the locker room. That I'm willing to bet my life on. Guys be hot, bruh. Yeah, I'm tired of this crap. Boy, be red hot, man. I'm telling you, fam. This is unacceptable. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what religion you are. You can be Buddhist and you sitting here talking about this man need to go. Somebody be in the middle of meditating and think about Arthur Smith being the coach and they just break stride. He needs to get out of here. Jeffrey says we need a whole new culture change. Fire Arthur Smith, fire McKay, get rid of these new ugly ass jerseys and just start over. Arthur Blank is a trash owner too. Fans deserve better. Fans definitely deserve better because, man, we've been campaigning all year. All year. On top of just being, a Falcons fan, you have content creators that come on here. Fam, it's hard to talk after a loss. It is hard. It is hard. But week in, week out, we come out here, we show our fandom towards this team, win, lose, or draw. Enough's enough. Either you put a good quality fucking product out there next year, or quit asking fans to come support this team. Quit asking. For people that sit there and talk about, well, we don't come out and support the team and we need everybody out there. Fam, listen, ain't nobody paying them ticket prices to come in there, get upset, and then fight traffic on the way back. This team got a fan base. The team will show up when you start putting the winning product out there. Don't believe me? Look at 2016. Bro, you couldn't get a ticket at the Dome. You couldn't get one. Man, that stadium was filled from the bottom to the top. And then they traveled in the Super Bowl. You got to put a winning product out there. I mean, you got to put a product out there, man, that people can get behind. Full throttle. And this is not me taking any shot at anybody that goes to the game. No shots. None. None at all. I'm just saying, if you want that stadium jam-packed to the hilt, you have to get the consumer and the fan base a reason to do that. That's all I'm saying. Joe says, where's Mac Hollins? Man, Mac Hollins probably somewhere with his shoes kicked off, man. A lot of these boys knew this season was over with weeks ago. Remember, Hollins was ready to shoot the fade at Desmond Ridder when people were still campaigning for Desmond Ridder. Man, Mac said, "Man, listen, better, man, we'll get him next year, fam. I done clocked out." They told Mac to put on his cleats to go out there and play today. Man, Mac said, "What are those?" Mac said, "What are those? You giving them to me? What are those?" Y'all know I don't wear. I clocked out. I'm shoeless for the rest of the season. It's just at this point, man, we got one more game left to go, fam. This one's going to be a slugfest too. I honestly, this is a game that don't even matter outside of hate week. Neither one of us going nowhere. It's just hate. It's a rivalry game, but it's crazy. I usually get up for Saints games. It's hard. I just want this over. It's going to be hard for me to get up for this game because I want this to be over. But it's still fuck the Saints all day. LKO says, let me get you real quick. I'm not upset that they took a chance on Ridder. It didn't work out, but you don't draft a player in the top 100 and not at least see what you have. I mean, that's true, but the thing is, it shouldn't take you a whole season to see that this guy isn't ready. Dez showed a lot of stuff early that he was not ready to take the reins as a starting quarterback. And they benched him, and then they brought him back in knowing this. That's the issue that I have with him. Like, but and then it kind of destroyed this boy's career for at least 5 years. Nobody's starting Desmond Ridder next year or the year after that or the year after that. Nobody's trusting that. The man came in and threw a pick. 4 throws, 4, and threw a pick. That man can't be trusted to throw a tantrum right now. If he throws a fit, it's gonna get picked off. This is the only man I know on planet Earth who went to a wedding and threw rice, and all the rice got picked off. Rice didn't hit the target. Maddie says, not defending him, but his arm was hit on that throw. It could be, but hey, listen, it's still a pick nonetheless. What's going on, George? He said, we Sealy and the Falcons have missed it. Any wins come for me today? No. Ain't no wins coming your way. And then you find out later on in life, all these wins were coming right on time, but your head coach was doing everything in his power to prevent them from getting to the team. But what that logo needs to do, what Arthur Blank needs to do, the minute Arthur Smith starts campaigning for another year, he needs to throw his hands up like Sealy. Or what we need to do as an organization, we need to throw the hand up at Arthur Blank. Till you do right by us, ain't no good gonna come to you. You gonna let that nappy-headed gal speak to you that way at your own dinner table? Then when we finally break free from the curse, I may not have a lot of money. I may be ugly, but I's free. Hey, we need to get off Arthur Smith. I feel like I'm in prison right now talking about Arthur Smith, man. We got to get up off of him. Justin says, should we take a look at Fields? I wouldn't want to give up more than the 3rd and 4th. Here's the thing with Fields, man. Fields done talked himself into a couple of trade talks. He's definitely increased his stock. So you take a look at him. If that's who you really want, man, here's the thing about right now. If that, whatever quarterback you decide to go get, if that's the quarterback you want, you go get him. Because the last 2 times we've been in negotiations, we got fucked. Deshaun Watson, fucked. Your boy Montez Sweat, fucked. You go in there and you go hardcore. If that's the quarterback you want, you hit the buckles and you jump off the top rope to go get him. Man, I'm coming in there like Macho Man. If he's on the table and I'm Terry Fontenot, I'm not even calling you. I'm showing up. I'm walking past security. I'm walking past the desk. So let me tell you something, brother. Yeah. You see that quarterback that you no longer want? Oh, yeah, I want him. Before I came here, I got a whole lot of Slim Jims, brother. Yes. And I want you to know that I'm willing to give you whatever you want for him. Because, see, we're going to be the cream of the crop. I'm going in there like Macho Man, bro. Let me get him up off you. And if I got to bring in somebody else to be my Hulk Hogan, hey, man, listen. You do what you got to do to get the player that you need. Now, LKO says, Russell Wilson. We talked about this yesterday, fam. At this point, you need a stable presence behind center. Heineke isn't the guy. Clearly. Desmond Ridder isn't the guy. Clearly. And the two things that Heineke looked a bit gun shy today. There were a couple times where you saw he was about to throw it and he pulled it down for some reason. But the two things that these guys have in common, their turnover ratio. Right now, Desmond Ridder has a lot of things he got to work on. Heineke is a proverbial backup. He's never going to be a starter in this league. So you need a guy with starter presence on this team. Three Dirty says this. I agree with that. It's not this loss that killed us. It was the other 3 games we had no reason losing. Especially the Carolina game. You could have theoretically survived the Tampa Bay loss, but the Carolina one, you could not take that one. You could not take that one. It was a divisional game. It was an easier game, and you dropped that one. But I agree with that. This game didn't kill us. This game just put the nail in the coffin. We were already dead. They just had to make sure we wasn't getting out. So it'll be interesting, fam. Just a wasted year, man. A lot of us came into this season thinking that this team was going to hit a major stride. And they took 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. You know, opposites attract on your ass, man. And it's just, as a fan, I'm speaking personally. This shit was painful. Painful. Because I campaign heavy for my squad. Heavy. And it ain't going to change. Once they get Arthur Smith out the paint and they bring in another coach and they bring in another coordinator, I'd be back on here talking shit again. That ain't gonna stop. Because I feel one day, put on my preacher voice, one day the Atlanta Falcons will reach the mountaintop. We will achieve greatness and hold up that Lombardi and celebrate bathed in glory. Hallelujah. I had a dream that the team that was the laughing stock of the NFL became the talk of the town. We got knocked down and we kept getting back up because we knew one day we would be celebrating a Super Bowl victory. So I won't walk away with my head held down low, no. I walk around with my head up high, full of Falcon pride. And I'll be goddamned if anybody tells me otherwise, because there's no other team that I will represent other than the red and black jack. Hey, man, listen. I tell people this all the time. I will never root for another team. I quit watching football like Joe Hallenbeck in The Last Boy Scout. Y'all come over to my house. I'm throwing ice cream. I'm throwing ice cream out the backyard. I don't care about no other team, fam. Mr. 912 says, and the thing that made Sweat attempt bad was the 49ers got Chase Young for that third round pick we offered. Yeah, man. Yeah. A lot of misses, man. But we, again, going into the offseason, there are some things to look at that are bright spots. One, salary cap intact. Two, we still got a lot of our quality players still on their rookie contracts. That's two. Three, we still got all our draft capital. So we can make moves. That's why I'm kind of ready to get to the offseason, because the moves that we did not make last year, now we made them on defense, and that paid dividends because we had a top 10 defense. Even though the Bears thrashed us, our defense has been pretty consistently top 10 all year, right? So you got that going for you. And to me, the only thing that you need to fix on this team is a quarterback and a competent head coach. That's it. Now, adding another wide receiver to the other side of Drake London, I think that's needed, but I don't think that's the first thing you need to take a poke at. First thing you need to get rid of is your head coach, and then get a head coach in here and then go after your quarterback. And I mean, when you go after the quarterback that you want, you better go after him guns blazing, full speed ahead. Don't let nobody trick you out or beat you out of who you want to go get. If you want to go get Justin Fields, you do what you got to do to go get him. If you think that's your guy. If you want Russ, same deal. If there's a guy in the draft that you're looking at, but you have a feeling that he might go before it's your turn, do what you got to do. But what we have now is not working. And it never will. With the way that it's currently built, it never will. Arthur Smith isn't going to turn into a better offensive coordinator. Desmond Ridder or Taylor Heineke, they're not going to be better quarterbacks next year. If you get those two positions sold up, fam, this is a 10-win. This is a 10-win team. But anyway, I digress, fam. I'm about to jump up out of here. Enjoy the rest of my day. Shout out to everybody in the chat as usual. Y'all do y'all thing in there. Shout out to the people that rock with me on the live. Y'all know I always say it for the people that come in later and listen to the live. Hey, how you doing? I don't know why your ass wasn't here when I went live, but I appreciate you nonetheless. All right. If you at work, get some damn work done. Yeah, you get some damn work done. I know you chilling. You ain't even supposed to have your headphones on. I'm talking to you. I appreciate you though, but get some goddamn work done. We will be back on here tomorrow, of course, like we always do. So with that being said, I will see you guys next year. Have a happy New Year's Eve. Be safe. If you're going to get out there and get tore the fuck down, I cannot say this enough. Call an Uber or have a designated driver. Have a wingman. Don't get drunk and think you're about to jump back in the car and make it to the crib, fam. Just call you an Uber, call you a Lyft, get the fuck back to the house. Because I'm going to need y'all in here rocking with me tomorrow. But be safe out there, fam. We will reconvene tomorrow. And then we'll get ready for the last game of the season, man. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.